Hello and welcome to La Cocina Hernández. My name is Diane Velarde Hernández, and today we're going to make a traditional Lenten dessert, Capirotada. So these are the ingredients that we're going to use in our Capirotada today. We're going to use raisins, we're going to use orange extract, we're going to use piloncillo or Mexican brown sugar, and if you don't have this available, you can use brown sugar. We're going to use canela, fresh canela or cinnamon sticks, and we're going to use cloves, a few whole cloves, and we're going to use, instead of regular peanuts or unsalted peanuts, I'm going to use butter toffee peanuts. One of the other ingredients that goes into capirotada is cheese. This one that we're going to use today is a medium cheddar cheese. And then of course the mainstay of the recipe, which is your bread, and this particular bread is a French bread that's already been pre-toasted. First of all, we're going to start by preheating our oven, and we're going to set that to 350. We're going to use 6 cups of water. We already have 5 in here, and then this will be the 6th cup of water. And for this particular one, I'm going to use 4 whole sticks of cinnamon, canela. And for this amount, I'm also going to use 4 cloves. We're going to add about a teaspoon of orange extract. We're going to add piloncillo, which is Mexican brown sugar, if you will. We're going to use 3 cones. Each cone is equivalent to approximately 1 cup of packed brown sugar. We're going to set this aside because it needs to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to let it simmer for probably about 10 to 15 minutes so that all the flavors can absorb. For this particular recipe, I'm going to use 1 cube or half a cup of butter. And I'm going to put it in a bowl and melt it down so that we can drizzle it over the already toasted bread. So next we're going to take the already toasted bread, and I'm going to break it up and put it into this bowl so that I can drizzle it with the melted butter. And there's no particular size or way to do it. So I've got the melted butter, so we're going to drizzle this over the bread. Kind of toss it around, make sure all the bread gets a little bit at least. We're going to stir the water with all these ingredients in here. We don't want it to get stuck to the bottom, and we want to make sure that the piloncillo, the brown sugar, dissolves in there. Next, I'm going to get our container that we're going to put all the ingredients into to bake, and I'm going to spray some Pam in there. You can also use butter. So we're going to begin by layering our ingredients, and we're going to start by putting a layer of the bread that's been toasted and has butter on it already. So we're going to do a layer. And there's about a cup of peanuts in the bag, and we'll probably just use 1 bag. That's plenty. And these are raisins, and we're going to, it's going to come out to about a cup of raisins that we're going to add. And now we're going to add a layer of cheese. Now we're going to do another layer of bread, peanuts, raisins, and then we're going to top it with cheese. When we're baking it, we're going to cover it and let it bake for about 30 to 35 minutes, and then we're going to uncover it and let it bake for another 10 minutes or so until the cheese gets nice and golden. Our syrup is simmered and ready to go. The flavors have blended very nicely, and now we're going to pour it onto our layers of ingredients for the capirotada. We do need to use a sieve so that we don't get our cinnamon sticks and the cloves into this, although sometimes you can use it as a garnish, but I'm going to make sure that they're not in there today. I'm going to just kind of push down some of the bread that didn't get too wet to make sure that it soaks up those nice flavors. So we're going to cover it up and put it in the oven. It goes in for at least 30 minutes, and we'll put this on top. So there's our capirotada. It's been in for an additional 12 to 15 minutes. Nice and crispy on top, and the juices are nice and bubbly on the bottom. And some people like it just like this, plain warm. Some people like it cold. Some people like it with whipped cream. Some people like it with a little bit of ice cream on the side. So whatever your pleasures and gustos are, enjoy. Provecho.